Splatsville It Girl is here, and cartoon drag race is officially on trend. Make way for Marina. Well, hello everybody, I'm Marina Ida, representing Splatsville, and my band Off the Hook. You probably recognize me from online spaces. I'm like, totally a trendsetter, it's what I'm known for. Especially in street fashion. My career is based on getting ahead of everybody else on what the next big thing is. But the one big thing that never goes out of trend is, well, me. I'm so excited to get into this gig. I think I have a lot to give, and girl, I expect you to take. Other girls will feel their oats, but I'll be distributing oats to the audience, feeding the children, and curing world hunger.
Take a good, long look. Then line up the necks, because this bitch is ready to strut all over them. Hello, darlings. Now, before we get into anything else, just appreciate the mug for a moment. Lovely. Now that we've done that, I am La Signora, the icon of Sneznaya, and the future Emmy nominee after this program. I came up in the pageant circuit, and I've actually seldom lost one in my career. I know how to command a room with my voice and presence. So, why don't we put that to use right now?
Senora approaches the table smiling gently, and as Marina opens her mouth to greet her, Senora quickly chimes in before she can get her words out, introducing herself, and sweetly asking Marina who she is. Marina is quickly charmed, and introduces herself as Marina Ida, from Off the Hook. Senora gasps softly, and says she's heard of Marina, and is looking forward to seeing what she can do. Marina says same to her.
I know of Senora. Actually, I pride myself on keeping up with all up-and-coming queens of the Philippines. After all, how else could I get ahead of predicting who the next stars of the scene will be? So I'll likely know everyone who walks through that door, and Senora has been on my radar for years. Now, she's got quite the reputation. She's fantastic to watch, but famously a nightmare to work with, especially if you cross her. So I won't be doing that. For the time being, I'll play nice, just like her.
Senora gracefully claps, and says to bring on the next queen. Marina giggles.
Abracadabra, bitches, the cards say, you're all going home. It is I, Linny, the magical force of nature from Fontaine. I'm a bit far from my home turf. See, originally I had auditioned for Cartoon Drag Race France. I wasn't accepted, however. You know how that Miss Piggy feels about twinks. But honestly, I'm not sure what I'm capable of yet. I've been doing drag for 2 years, but I've never participated in any sort of competition. I have a very competitive mind though, so I'm excited to see where that takes me.
Linny does a pirouette as he walks to the table, and bows to the other queens, before introducing himself. Senora, clearly looking unamused, says she knows of him from his shows in Fontaine. Linny nods, and says he's made quite the name for himself, right? Senora chuckles softly, before bluntly saying, no. Linny's smile softens a bit, and he just goes quiet. Marina chimes in, and says that she has kept up with him too, and she thinks he has a very clean aesthetic based on his Instagram page. Linny thanks her, still seeming shaken.
Linny is someone who does not impress me. I don't quite have a reason. It could be the voice, like that of a falsetto child. It could be the magic nonsense. I've never been one for gimmicks. It could be his 2 left feet when he performs, serving baby giraffe. Whatever it is, I'm unimpressed. Just bring on the next girl.
Animal in the floor, beast on the roar. Wait, no. Switch those. Damn it.
Man alert!
Aw shit, I messed up already. Oh well, I'll just roll with it, haha. Hey dudes. I'm Beast Boy. My friends call me BB, so if you wanna be friends, just do that dude. You probably know a few parts of my drag family already if you keep up with Cartoon Drag Race Toon World. I'm one of the Teen Titans, bro. It's so sick in here. The walls are like fake brick and stuff. And it looks like some ladies have already arrived, that's cool too. I'm hyped to see what they're about.
The smell of competition. Luckily, these girls smell like easy prey. Hey Wolfpack, your leader is officially on the prowl. Took long enough, right? I've been auditioning for this bitch since season 1. For those of you who haven't joined the pack yet, I'm Keaton, the Wolfskin Queen from Nor. It ain't a season of Philippines without a queen from Nor, right? My drag is very rough and tumble, it's about the grit. My looks are messy on purpose, but everything is keenly edited. Think like Mad Max. And I'm an animal on the stage to boot. Let's get into this already.
Oh my god, it's Keaton. I'm so obsessed with his vibes. He's a pretty small presence right now, but he's been on my radar for, well, a dog's age. Immediately, I think my biggest competition just walked in. The Keaton look is about to be all the rage.
Senora looks Keaton up and down, visibly disgusted, and says, "What do you call yourself?" Keaton scowls at her and says his name is Keaton.
Nasty queens like this are such a pet peeve. They think that if you're messy on purpose, you get to pretend you're less of a mess. Someone call Cruella to get this dog out of my face.
Beast Boy says hey to Keaton, before shouting, "Wolfpack, dude." Linny says he hears another queen, and Keaton says really? He's only been in the room for 2 minutes. Senora says it's best that he's on camera for as little time as possible. Keaton doesn't respond.
Oh, hey. Hi. I'm Harmony. I don't know what to say here. I'm a member of the Chirpy Chirps back in Splatsville. We're a pretty big group. Oh, something interesting about me. I made this look yesterday. I don't like planning my drag out. I brought like 2 looks total. The rest of my suitcases are just fabrics. I'll probably make most of my outfits in the workroom and the hotel. It's gachapon couture. You never know what you'll get, because I never know what I'll make. Until it's done, at least.
Marina screams and runs to hug Harmony, who stays quiet, hugging her back. Marina says it's been too long, and Harmony shrugs, but says she's happy to see her. Beast Boy says it doesn't really seem like it. Harmony says she is, she just isn't loud about it. Linny snickers, and says she gagged him a bit.
I like this chick. She's quiet, ain't nothing wrong with that. A woman of few words. That being said, I definitely smell weed. Again, ain't nothing wrong with that. If anything, I wanna see if she'll spot me a gummy or something, haha. I couldn't get mine through pre-check.
Marina says let me guess, you made this look last night. Harmony nods, and asks if they like it. Senora looks her up and down, and says it's fabulous, she actually made it in a day? Harmony nods, kicking her legs gently, and says that's what she usually does. Linny asks who they think the next queen to enter the workroom will be. Keaton asks how the hell they'd guess something like that. Marina thinks for a moment, tapping the table, before lighting up and saying she thinks it'll be Ruby Gloom. Senora looks at her, and says who the hell is Ruby Gloom?
I'm just dying to meet all of you. Literally. Hi everyone, I'm Ruby Gloom, from a little town called Gloomsville. Chances are you haven't heard of me, haha. I actually only have about 50-something followers on Instagram. But my flex is that one of them is Marina Ida. Which, wait a minute, is that her? No way.
Ruby gasps when she sees Marina, and says oh my god, she can't believe she's here. Marina strikes a pose and says believe it, before giggling and greeting Ruby. Ruby says she about passed out when Marina followed her on Instagram, she's been a fan for years. Marina said it's her job to keep track of upcoming trends, and she could tell Ruby had something special. Keaton asks Marina how the hell she predicted Ruby being the next queen to enter, when none of them had even heard of her. Marina says it was pretty simple. She knew Ruby was auditioning, she knew Ruby would be picked from her drag, and she knew Ruby would be the next to enter based on what queens entered already. Beast Boy just looks at Marina starry-eyed. Linny asks who the next queen to enter will be. Marina says that's easy, it'll be Skyla. The queens look to the door.
Strap your helmets on, because I'm about to shred.
Who the fuck is that?
Hiya, I'm Reki Kian. I'm a skater from Okinawa, and for the past couple years I've also been a drag queen. I've got a respectable lil audience going for me on TikTok mixing drag and the skate park. It's something that really resonates with my audience, which I'm proud of. I am known for being a bit on the himbo side of things though, haha. I miss a joke now and then, so be a bit patient with me, okay?
Marina shrugs, and says guess not, before asking Reki who he is. Reki introduces himself, mentioning that he's a drag queen skateboarder. Beast Boy's eyes light up, and he says that's awesome, he needs to hear more about that as soon as possible. Marina notes that a skateboarding drag queen is something she hasn't seen before, and asks if he performs with his skateboard. Reki says sometimes, still seeming nervous. Linny looks at Harmony, and asks if she has anything to say. Harmony looks at him, blinking, and says sorry, she was spacing out. She then asks Reki if he sews or if he buys off the rack. Reki chuckles awkwardly and says, "Next question please." The queens laugh.
Okay, I'm not a seamstress. I'm pretty handy with a hot glue gun, but a lot of my drag comes from H&M and Hot Topic, haha. I modify it obviously, but nothing crazy. I did take one sewing class before coming here. I learned how to do, wait for it, a running stitch. And I only stabbed my finger with the sewing machine twice. I think that can carry me through a design challenge if it comes down to it, right?
Senora says, "No more questions, next girl please." The queens laugh and look to the door.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Jennifer Lopez. Nope. It's me, Skyla. Aw, I can't believe I'm on Drag Race. Hi everyone, I'm Skyla. I come from the legendary house of Nimbasa in Unova. I'm actually Elisa's girlfriend, haha. We kinda co-mother the house. Me and Elisa are really different though, both talented, but total opposite personalities. In drag, I definitely pride myself on my dancing, especially my stunts. They call me the gravity-defying diva. Well, they don't, but they should.
Skyla runs to the queens, excitedly greeting them and introducing herself. Linny then introduces himself to Skyla, saying she looks fierce. Senora agrees, saying Skyla looks as good as her. Skyla laughs and says that's high praise from someone so glamorous. Senora smiles and says damn right it is.
I really love Skyla's look. I clocked the reference to Elisa's entrance on season 1, but making the shrug into a cloud is a really good touch. It's a subtle thing, but it ties her to Nimbasa while showing she's her own queen. I can't wait to get to know her.
Harmony says Skyla is in the house of Nimbasa, right? Skyla nods and says she's Elisa's girlfriend, so she's not just in the house but helps run it. Harmony says she's a big fan, looking blankly at Skyla. Skyla looks at her uncomfortably and says she doesn't have to pretend to be excited. Harmony says she isn't pretending. Can't Skyla tell how excited she is to meet her? Skyla just blinks before thanking her.
Something tells me the other queens are having trouble knowing what to think about me. I've been told before that I'm hard to read. I just hope I don't seem too standoffish. But I really am a big fan of the House of Nimbasa, though I mostly followed them before Skyla joined, the old House of Nimbasa from before Imalga left. Ha, that was a mess.
Ah, the smell of competition. Luckily, these girls smell like easy prey. Wait a minute, Keaton?
Oh my god, did he steal my entrance line I told him I would use when I made it to Drag Race? Trifling bitch. I'm so happy to see him.
Whoa, this confessional booth is tiny. My tail fluff can barely fit, haha. Hi, I'm Caden. I come from Hashido, though honestly I tour all around that area, including in Nor. I'm mostly a comedy queen. The mug is right, but the outfit is rarely the focus. I'm here to have a good time, and to win the snatch game. I see Keaton is here. We go way back. Back in the day we actually couldn't stand each other. But nowadays he's like a brother to me. Casting us on the same season. Okay production, I see you.
Caden walks over to Keaton and scruffs his hair with his hand, resting his arm on Keaton's head afterwards. Keaton just sighs heavily and says hi. Beast Boy asks if they know each other, and Caden nods, saying they go way back as he plays with his tail.
We're in the gay shit already. I mean, I'm as bisexual as anyone. I'm not homophobic like Coco La Bouche or something. But can't we have a season of Philippines without two homosexuals making goo-goo eyes on episode 1? Focus on the competition, for God's sake.
Keaton eventually smacks Caden's arm, getting him to stop leaning on him as the next queen enters.
Enchanting, aren't I? Don't get too close. I came dressed to kill. Hello, Philippines. I'm Lilac Cookie, coming all the way from Earthbread to assassinate the competition. When you come to a Lilac show, expect high energy, but also grace. I know how to control every joint in my body, and I use that to my advantage. Like a sexy, fashionable version of Spinel.
Oh, he looks really interesting. He looks like he could kill me in an instant, but in a cool way. I wonder if he made that look himself. It's fantastic, and it fits him perfectly. Definitely one to keep an eye on.
Lilac Cookie joins the other girls, turning to Harmony and saying it's cool seeing her here. Harmony nods and says she hasn't seen him since he opened for the Chirpy Chirps last year. La Senora comments that she's gagged. He was just an opening act, with how much he looks like the main character. Lilac says trust, he'll be more than an opening act this time around. Senora smiles at him.
Lilac is another queen I've been looking at. That means I'm 10 for 11. That recce really caught me off guard, haha. But one thing about Lilac, that queen can perform. I'm a performer too, so I'm looking forward to our future double shantay. That is, if we ever land in the bottom, haha.
Senora smirks, and says she hopes that next bitch slips. Ruby gasps, and Marina giggles a bit.
Hiya, sugar bombs. It's me, Tiny T.
Oh my god, she actually just fell. I think Senora might actually be a witch. I feel the power in here, haha.
Ugh, that was so embarrassing. As I was saying in my entrance line, I'm Tiny Tina, coming all the way from my wonderland to blow up the competition. You might recognize me from the Season 2 casting special. I just barely didn't make the cut, but now I'm here, and I'm ready and raring to go.
As Tina runs up to the other girls, she stops abruptly, and one of her earrings falls off, with her barely managing to catch it. Senora looks amused, laughing gently. Keaton smiles, rolling his eyes.
Now girl, why is your earring coming off? This is Drag Race. You need to come prepared, you better stable that shit to your ear girl. And she fell in her entrance? Just wow.
Tina puts her earring back in, and rapidly introduces herself to the other queens, talking so fast they can barely understand her. Harmony calmly asks her to slow down a bit, and as Tina apologizes, her other earring falls into her hands. Before the other queens say anything, she quickly puts it back and continues rambling, slightly slower this time.
Both earrings? This queen is a mess, haha. It's honestly entertaining though. I can't tell if this is just entrance jitters, or if she's this messy all the time, but I'm eager to find out.
Welcome to Nintendo Land. I am your park guide, Manita. Would you like to see me slay? Hello, everybody. I'm Manita, the small town queen that could. After a huge wave of support during the Season 2 casting special, despite just barely not making it, I exploded in popularity. I decided to audition again for Season 3, and well, here I am, ready to show what I'm made of. Manita is definitely a musical queen, and a comedy queen. Really, I'm here to be the first queen of the Philippines to take both Miss Congeniality and the crown.
Monita heads over to the other queens, politely introducing herself. Skyla greets her, and asks Monita how it feels to finally be in the workroom after not making the Season 2 cast. Monita smiles, and says she's very grateful that her time has come. Senora rolls her eyes, and says enjoy it while it lasts.
Monita is such a sweetheart. I actually voted for her on the Season 2 casting pool. I was crushed that she didn't make it, so I'm really happy to see her this time around and compete next to her. The question is, who will come out on top? I really hope it's me, haha.
Reki says that makes 13 queens, so this is the full cast. Beast Boy nods, and says that was the case the past 2 seasons, it'd just make sense here. Marina shakes her head, and says there's definitely one more queen, she can tell. Linny laughs, and says just like she could tell Skyla was coming next. Marina giggles, and says yes, just like that. As she finishes talking, the queens hear heels in the hallway, and Marina winks at Linny.
Okay, I'm really starting to think Marina might be a psychic.
Sa Brigid, ako'y prinsesa. Dito ako'y reyna. Hello, everybody. I'm Petra McNeary, the warrior princess turned glamour queen. I come from Brigid, a small island around the coast of the Philippines. I do want to ask you to bear with me for these confessionals. It's a little embarrassing for me. English is not my first language, but I am comfortable speaking it here. There are a lot of queens in the workroom. I suppose we will have to start sending some home to thin the crowd.
Skyla screams, and says, work, Filipina winner. Beast Boy says that she just called another queen the winner over herself. Skyla smiles and says she doesn't care, they may as well have just invited Sasha Colby, they're all toast.
I don't know what this girl is talking about. I mean, Petra looks fierce for sure, but you'll never catch me calling another queen the winner.
Petra greets the other queens in Tagalog, before pausing to clear her throat and saying hello. Ruby tilts her head, and says Petra does know she doesn't need to speak in English since they all know Tagalog anyway, right? Petra nods, but says that most of the audience doesn't, so she chooses to speak in English for the competition. Monita says that's very brave of her, as long as she's comfortable.
I'm worried for Petra. It won't be easy doing comedy or writing challenges in a second language. Not to say she doesn't speak fluently, but comedy is a whole different beast. I hope she knows what she's getting into by doing this.
Senora says now that they're all present and accounted for, they should get down to brass tacks, and as she finishes the sentence, the room mail alarm sounds.
Oh wow, my first room mail. Wait, shit, my earring fell off again.
Hello, my loves, and welcome to Cartoon Drag Race Philippines Season 3. The 14 of you, one way or another, have been chosen to compete here because we in the audience believe you have what it takes to be the Philippines' next drag superstar. Now, remember, you're not just here to compete, you should have fun too.
What? Fuck fun. I wanna see blood on the floor.
Well, if you insist. Our first maxi challenge will be a mini ball. You each will be tasked with serving 2 looks. For your look from home, category is Death Becomes Her, and for the look you'll make here in the workroom, category is Blood on the Floor. Give me horrific beauty, but there is one requirement. Your look must, in some way, incorporate fake blood. There, Kagamane Rin, is that enough blood for you? Now, let's kick this season off with a mini challenge, and I think we should have one returning from season 1. Celebrating the national dance of the Philippines, Queens, Tinikling for your life.
Marina won the mini challenge.
I've been dancing tinikling since I was a little girl, so I styled on those queens, haha. Poor Caden, he had his ankles smashed instantly. That boy has zero coordination.
The first challenge is your first impression to the judges and to the audience, so I have only one thing to say. Good luck, my loves. And don't fuck it up.
The queens split up to work on their outfits for the challenge and get to know each other. Skyla, Monita, Tina, and Petra are sharing a station. Skyla tells Petra that she's a huge fan of her, and is already nervous having to compete next to her. Petra laughs, and says she doesn't need to be nervous, especially since Skyla has a bigger name than she does. Skyla says it's not about the name, it's about the talent, look at Oswald from last season. Tina nods.
I love my sugar bombs to death. But there's really not a lot of them. I mean, I'm only a year and a half deep into this whole drag thing. But I'm staying confident that I can compete with these girls. I have a very spontaneous and wild drag style, and I don't think anyone else brings that.
Monita asks if everyone here at the table sews. Tina says she's never actually made a garment before, but she can knit. Skyla asks if she's going to somehow knit her design look, and Tina says no, she just wanted to mention it to distract from her not knowing how to sew. The other queens laugh, and Skyla suggests that she uses a hot glue gun. Petra comments that the judges probably won't like hot glue if she doesn't hide it well, and Tina says it's better than nothing, she'll just have to make it work.
I am a little surprised that after 2 seasons, some girls are coming in not knowing how to sew. You'd think it would be obvious you need it as a skill. But I appreciate Tina. She has this special energy that she brings to the workroom, and I want to see more of her. I hope she can pull through.
Petra asks Skyla what she'll be doing for the runway. Skyla says that for her look, she's going to base her first look on a stunt queen who cracked her head open after failing a stunt. Monita says that it sounds gruesome, and Skyla says she hopes it's not a sign of things to come, getting laughs out of the group. She then asks Petra about her looks. Petra says that for her first look, she'll be representing a brigade warrior who was killed in battle, and for her second look she'll be basing it on the statue from Stigmata and painting herself as a stone statue crying blood. Monita starts to look nervous.
This whole challenge is just not in my wheelhouse. I sew, but these categories are just not for me. I don't know how I'll incorporate fake blood into a look. I just hate creepy things. Ugh.
Beast Boy, Keaton, Caden, and Reki are working at a station together, loudly discussing the challenge. Reki comments that he really likes this group, and thinks he'll get along with them all season. Keaton leans back in his chair, sketching out his look, and says he definitely enjoys the company, except for Caden. Caden rolls his eyes, and says Keaton knows he loves him. Keaton just ignores him.
Keaton will literally never admit that we're friends. But we've been getting along for years now. We started drag together and were rivals for a bit. I think he's a bit bitter that I came out on top there. Haha.
Beast Boy asks the queens who here sews. Caden says that he sews, but it isn't his specialty by any means. Keaton says that he makes most of his own looks, and honestly thinks he has this challenge in the bag. Reki says that he knows how to do a running stitch, and is just hoping for the best. Keaton just looks at him, and Reki looks embarrassed, saying he may be delusional, but he believes in the power of hot glue. Beast Boy says same here, he doesn't know the first thing about constructing a look. Caden asks Reki what his plan is. Reki replies that for his first look, he'll be giving an extreme skating accident with a skateboard embedded through his neck. Beast Boy gags and says what kind of skating accident could lead to that. Keaton, laughing, says, an extreme one. The queens laugh. Reki then says that his second look will be a skeleton. Caden tilts his head and says, do skeletons have blood? Reki says of course they do. Everybody has blood, before going to fetch his hot glue gun. The other queens look at each other.
Reki, he's a nice guy, but he's not the brightest of the queens here. He seems to be a bit of an airhead. The challenge is blood, and you choose a skeleton? I mean, where's the blood gonna be? On the bones? I'm confused.
Beast Boy says that his first look will be a mauled lion tamer, and his second look will be a zombie boy. Caden smiles and says a zombie look sounds interesting, how is he gonna make it? Beast Boy says he'll probably just rip up some normal clothes and paint some blood on himself to look like a zombie. Caden looks concerned, but goes back to sketching.
What's so hard about it? It's a zombie, bro. I couldn't mess that up if I tried, I'm already green. I don't think my lack of sewing skills will get in the way if I play it right.
Marina, Ruby, and Harmony have split into a group together, and are chatting lively as they work. Marina says they're all seamstresses, aren't they? Ruby excitedly says yes, it's her best skill. Harmony nods, and says she'll actually be making both of her looks in the workroom. Ruby looks surprised at her, and asks if she's sure she has the time. Harmony says she's a fast worker, she'll be alright.
Harmony is such an enigma to me. She's quiet, but she seems so confident. You'd think someone that confident would be a bit more outgoing. But honestly, I don't mind the quiet. I like all kinds of people, and the quiet kind are included.
Ruby asks Marina what looks she'll be walking in tonight, but Marina just winks at her and says it's a surprise, but they'll be iconic. Ruby laughs and says that's obvious. Marina then asks Ruby what about her. Ruby explains that for her first look, she'll be depicting death by lightning strike, inspired by her friend and drag sister, Misery. And for her second look, she'll be a killer doll, covered in blood and holding the murder weapon. Marina says that's a really unique package, and Ruby says she's really happy with it, before asking Harmony what she'll be doing. Harmony says she isn't 100% sure yet, probably something to do with Cthulhu for her second look, and her first look she hasn't thought about. She then toddles off to go get materials, leaving Ruby and Marina shocked.
I know she said that she usually comes up with her outfits the day of, but wow. We have like, a day to make these, she knows that right? And she hasn't even finished coming up with ideas. I'm gagged. See, me personally, I would never. I'm already done with my sketch and well into my sewing, haha. I'm really excited for this challenge.
Senora walks over to Lilac and Linny, and politely asks to sit with them. Lilac seems unsure, but nods silently while sketching, and Linny pulls her a chair, asking her about her plans for the challenge. Senora replies that for her first look, she'll be doing plastic surgery gone wrong, which is a very new concept for her since she's never had surgery done before. Lilac stifles a laugh, getting Linny to smile and Senora to scowl at him, before continuing that her second look will be based on a vengeful wife murdering her husband. Linny says it sounds fierce.
Senora, ugh, she's certainly interesting. I don't know what to think of her yet. She puts this air of uneasiness into the room, like it's colder when she's nearby. And it's like she's probing your mind every time she speaks. I'm gonna keep my eye on that one.
Senora then asks what Linny and Lilac think of the other queens so far. Lilac says he hasn't had much time to think on it since he's been focusing on the challenge, but that drag-wise he thinks that Keaton and Petra are the most interesting. Senora looks baffled, and says really, Keaton? Linny says he actually agrees, and would also throw Senora herself onto that list. Senora bluntly says never to compare her to a dog again, and the others laugh.
I am shocked and appalled by this apparent obsession with that mangy thing. I mean, seriously, he looks like if Sid the Sloth went through an emo phase. But I chose to sit with these two because I think Lilac is one of the only girls competing with me in the glamour department. And I wanted to scope out the competition. I think me and him could be a force to be reckoned with here. I suppose he could join too.
Senora says that she actually finds the two of them to be the most impressive, and came over to see if they would want to work together for the foreseeable future. Linny and Lilac shoot each other a look.
See, Lilac I really enjoy. He has this really cool air about him, and he seems really kind despite the hard exterior. But I know enough about Senora to know that she's really hard to work with when she wants to be. Honestly, I think me and Lilac would be better off buddying up with her just to keep ourselves off of her shit list.
Lilac seems as if he's about to refuse, when Linny abruptly talks over him and says that they'd love to work with her, shooting another look to Lilac as he says it. Senora claps and says she's sure they'll kill it. After some time, the queens are told to get ready for the runway.
Hello my loves, and welcome to the premiere of Cartoon Drag Race Philippines Season 3. I am one of your beloved hosts, Kagamane Len. Please welcome our beautiful judging panel, the other half of our sickening judging duo, it's Kagamane Rin. Our resident judge, and my favorite drag queen, it's Candace Flynn. And the runner-up of Cartoon Drag Race Season 1-0, it's Darkrai. How are you, darling?
I'm very excited to be here tonight. I came onto Drag Race expecting to inspire future challenges and runways, and look now. A premiere mini ball of spooky drag. The doors I've opened.
Darkrai is one of my big drag idols. Me and him do very different kinds of drag, but I aspire to the level of uniqueness and confidence he brings to the stage. My only hope is to capture that tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And on that note, tonight we tasked our queens with serving 2 spooky looks. Categories are, Death Becomes Her, and Blood on the Floor. Now, without further ado, let's begin.
Marina Ida and Keaton slayed the challenge.
For my Death Becomes Her look, I'm serving you half-transformed werewolf that was shot through the chest with silver bullets, still stuck in my back. The prosthetics for this one were handmade by yours truly. And for my designed look, I'm giving you Prom King, walking the runway holding a white rose for the girl I thought would be my prom queen. But I fear she betrayed me, and so now not only is my tux ruined, but my lovely white rose has been stained. Designing a fitted tuxedo jacket and pants in the workroom wasn't easy, I better get my flowers. No matter how bloody they are.
I definitely have the most unique look on the stage tonight with my design look, because bitch, I'm giving multi-chrome alien glamazon. I'm in a perfectly fitted latex catsuit with structured layers as an alien refugee escaping interstellar war. And my body may have been cut into by my foes, but those slashes are rhinestone, and even my blood is stunning. Because I took that fake blood, and girl, I made it bright blue and glittery. It's leaking from my body, my mouth, my eyes, and probably my pussy under all the latex. I tore up tonight.
Ruby Gloom, La Senora, Petra, and Harmony were great in the challenge.
For my first look, I ended up tying it into my design look, and doing a sailor who was thrown off the deck. I've got suction marks on my face and arms, a tentacle wrapped around my ankle, and I'm limping down the runway. And for my designed look, I'm the primordial creature that attacked, Cthulhu. I've made custom latex tentacles that are controlled by strings on my fingers and move around as I walk, and when I open my mouth, the blood of the sailor drips out. I think it's pretty good.
Skyla, Kaden, and Lilac Cookie were good in the challenge.
I really love my first look, but I think if I had focused up a bit I could have done more with my design look. I decided to base it on Mai's Harpy Ladies, with bloody gloves and blood around my mouth as if I had mauled my prey. Maybe I should have made the gloves have claws instead of long nails, because I think I just looked like a glamorous killer S.
Linny, Reki Kian, Monita, and Tiny Tina were bad in the challenge.
My Death Becomes Her look is the victim of a glitter bomb gone wrong. I'm covered in sparkles and ashes, and holding a burnt package. I don't think my design. I went with the victim of a glitter bomb gone wrong, which I didn't realize until after I finished it was the same concept as my first look. They don't look the same of course, this one has sparkly blood coming from my stomach and is a different kind of outfit. But using the same concept twice was a bad look for me, I think.
Beast Boy flopped the challenge.
Dudes. The judges hated both of my looks. Like, hated. I honestly thought they were gonna start throwing tomatoes. And not even good ones like fried green tomatoes so I could catch them like hibachi, that would be sick. No bro, rotten tomatoes. But if I land in the bottom tonight, I'm ready to perform. I just hope it's not next to one of my boys.
My queens, we've made some decisions. When I call your name, please step forward. Linny, La Senora, Harmony, Skyla, Lilac Cookie, Caden, and Ruby Gloom. You are all safe. However, an announcement will be made shortly, so for now, step to the back of the stage.
Ah, I really thought I could have made it into the top this week. But that's okay, just gotta stay positive. There's always next week, right guys? I do wonder what Kagamane Len's announcement is though. Ooh, suspense.
Now, for the rest of you. Marina, Ida, Petra, Keaton, the three of you are the tops of the week.
Oh wow, I'm in the top week 1? This is very exciting. I honestly thought that Ruby might be here over me, or perhaps Harmony. But I'm really proud to have been here. The real dream would be to follow in the steps of Josie and be the first Maxi Challenge winner.
That means that Reki Kian, Monita, Beast Boy, and Tiny Tina. You are the bottoms of the week. But you won't be getting your critiques just yet. For now, I ask you to step to the back of the stage. But trust and believe, someone will go home tonight.
I'm crushed to have been put in the bottom so early in the competition. It makes me feel defeated, but at this point I know what I'm capable of. I'm not the shy queen I was when I sent in that first audition tape. I won't go home, that's all there is to it.
Now, as for you three, let's get into critiques. Marina, you're up first.
Marina, this design look, you made it in the workroom? Really? That's fucking incredible, it's genius. Who in the world is coming up with a battle-worn alien with geode battle scars who bleeds blue glitter blood? And the contacts are a perfect touch combined with your makeup tonight. You look completely inhuman and otherworldly.
For the Death Becomes Her runway, I was obsessed. The whole burnout party girl look has been done before, but you made it your own. A Sylvester disco record embedded in your neck, coke smeared on your face and dress, a broken heel, and when you lifted your tongue to reveal 3 tabs of acid under it, I was screaming. That wasn't real, was it?
A lady never tells.
You transported us into your mind. Thank you, Marina. Next up, Keaton, please step forward.
Keaton, I absolutely loved your concepts tonight. You and Marina really explored what these categories could be, and I love that. And prosthetics, I mean wow, that stuff isn't easy. You turned it tonight, be very proud.
Your Death Becomes Her runway was my favorite of the category. It was so uniquely you, and it was chaotic but cohesive. That takes real talent in fashion design. Your designed look was immaculately made, but with a similar-ish theme I couldn't help but compare it to Aventurine's Carrie runway last season, which it didn't quite reach the heights of. But nonetheless, it was amazing.
I don't fully agree with Darkrai. I think your design look was simple but effective. And I love that you didn't go overboard with the blood. The white tuxedo and white rose meant that just a little bit placed in the perfect places was incredibly effective, and it gave the outfit an unsettling energy that I think you were going for. I loved it.
And finally, Petra, please step forward.
Petra, you really tore up tonight. Crying tears is something that you'd think would be obvious, but only you went for it. And full body paint with a marble pattern. Petra, this must have taken hours, which means you really didn't have much time to make your look compared to the other girls. And yet it still looks incredible.
Your Death Becomes Her. It's rare that I shed a tear at a runway. I know that Brigid has had a torrid history with war, and to represent a fallen warrior on the stage tonight, it was so powerful. It really did bring out the emotions in me, haha. Bang up job tonight, Petra. Now, the 3 of you were all incredible. But only 2 of you will advance to the lip sync for the win, and only 1 of you will win. With that being said, Keaton, you're safe. You may step to the back of the stage. That means that Marina and Petra, you are the top 2 queens of the week. But there will only be 1 winner. Prior to tonight, I asked you both to prepare a lip sync performance too. The red means I Love You by Mads Buckley.
This is it, divas. Marina Ida is good at many things. She's a fashion icon. She's an internet sensation. She's a host, but above all else, she is a motherfucking lip syncer. I thought I'd be up against Keaton tonight, but all the same. Petra girl, you better be ready.
My performance tonight is for Brigid. To be in the top 2 this week, I am already proud enough, but I'm not finished yet. I will be taking that win home.
The time has come for you to lip sync for the win. Good luck, and don't it up.
Marina Ida slayed the lip sync. Petra had a good lip sync.
My queens, I have made my decision. Marina Ida, you're a winner, baby.
Oh, wow. First to enter, won the first mini challenge, won the first lip sync, and won the first Maxi Challenge? Perhaps the competition has arrived.
Petra, great job this week, you are safe to slay another day. But this night is not yet over. Reki Kian, Monita, Beast Boy, and Tiny Tina, you have not been let off easy. The 4 of you will receive your critiques. Shortly after, 2 of you will be safe, and 2 of you will be in the bottom. But who will make that decision, I wonder? Well, all of you will, of course.
What?